Hello, everybody. Welcome to this presentation. Today, I want to talk about higher education trends and staying informed. When it comes to the evolving nature of education, at one time, higher education was a way to show growth or the strength of a person's spirituality or religiosity. Then it was a way to become informed about natural sciences in prominent professions, which kept increasing over time. In today's modern environment, due to the changing local, national, and global forces, along with the virtual technologies that are available basically through many or numerous platforms, higher education has transformed into a way of thinking, and that is what we call critical thinking about the current and future factors and forces that impact our society, our politics, and our values as individuals, as families, and as a community in each locality. So we need to have a global perspective, but we also need to be aware that international forces also have an impact on our decision in each educational institution. So these national forces can be just as impactful as the global or international forces, but ultimately it's our responsibility as administrators, as faculty members, and as staff of every educational institution to implement locally. So while we have a global perspective, we need to also have a local orientation in order to implement and execute according to the local needs of our students and their family members, as well as the businesses surrounding the institution. So without fully understanding our students and their communities and the businesses and other stakeholders that they will be working with, we will have a difficult time sustaining our success over time as a higher education institution. So our goal should be to become a world-class educational institution, regardless of which city or which environment we operate in order for us to be competitive and to be sustainable. A world-class educational institution should attract a diverse student body. As you can see, my photo here with my graduate students at the Institute of International Studies during one summer when I was guest lecturing there. They happen to be from many different countries, including Sweden, Myanmar, Germany, Thailand, Iraq, Turkey, Iran, Afghanistan, Ukraine, Russia, and the United States. So even though it's a small graduate course, nonetheless, they are very diverse. And this class was being held in Thailand at Ramkhamhaeng University. However, there's only one Thai student. The rest are all international from different places and different continents. And in this class of undergraduate students, which included 216 learners from different cultures in different countries to facilitate these learning opportunities and interactions. So when we look at these world-class education systems, the goal should be to drive toward them. And there are three components I want to talk about. That is student orientation, learning orientation, and research and change orientation that these institutions tend to demonstrate, which are not just trends, but a means of being informed in today's environment for all faculty members, staff members, and educational administrators as well. So the responsibility of leadership is to plan, to organize, to lead, and to create a culture that is focused on delivering superior value for all of your students at all times. Value creation is a very essential component of long-term success, and you can do this through teamwork and having a guest-oriented culture for all of your transitionary students or guests. We often say that in the past, teachers taught and encouraged students to learn. However, in today's environment, teachers not just teach, but they facilitate learning, they engage their students, and they also measure learning in order to make improvements for the next session and for the next course. So the person who dares to teach must never cease to learn in order to help create a world-class organization in every educational institution. As the Japanese proverb states, if you understand everything, you must be misinformed. So the key to becoming a world-class organization is ultimately research. Research is what keeps you and I informed as educators, as faculty members, so we can pass that on to our students. The field of academia using cyberspace technology is changing fast. We must change and adjust accordingly. Academic institutions that wish to be successful and that wish to be world-class in a 21st century environment should challenge the traditional conventions. They need to work synergistically. In other words, staff, faculty, and students must be partners in the learning process, and they need to engage the wider community stakeholders as well. Ultimately, these organizations need to create the future through meaningful improvements, which can be done. Your organization and your people can become a world-class institution. Overall, try to maintain the curriculum, the teaching, and the competency consistent. This way, what students actually gain in the skills that they can offer to the community are based on the curriculum and the teaching that your faculty deliver. As long as they're consistent, then you have done your job. Good luck, and thank you for watching this presentation.